وعلى آل إبراهيم اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. فمن سنن الله عز وجل التي علمنا إياها النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أن صنائع المعروف تقي مصارع السوء. صنائع المعروف تقي مصارع السوء. أن الإنسان المحسن الله عز وجل ينجيه من كل ضيق وكرب. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He saves and He grants a good ending and He prevents a bad ending to happen on a person who's doing ihsan, who's giving sadaqah, who's helping others, who's getting people out of their calamities, and whenever they are in distress, would try to relieve the distress. فقال صلى الله عليه وسلم والحديث في الصحيح صنائع المعروف تقي مصارع السوء. هذا حديث بهذا النص. Doing the good deeds, the ihsan, prevents the bad endings. وذكر في ذلك أمور عجيبة جدا يعني. فكان علي رضي الله عنه أو كان زين العابدين يقول علي بن الحسين إن صانع المعروف لا يقع وإن وقع وجد متكئا أو قال وإن وقع لا ينكسر. He said the person who does the good deeds, he will never fall, and if he does, he will find something to recline against, something to, that will support him. He will not go lost. وجاء رجل لعبد الله بن مبارك فقال له يا إمام قرحة خرجت في ركبتي منذ سنين وقد سألت الأطباء فلم أنتفع به. He said I have like a sore or a kind of ulcer, ulcer, that we need that word from a doctor. So he said I have an ulcer that came out in my knee for years and I have asked all the doctors didn't help me. So
he doesn't know the name.
Yeah, they just know the name. فقال له اذهب إلى مكان يحتاج فيه الناس إلى الماء فاحفر هناك بئرا. He said go to a place where people need water and just dig a well over there. فإني لأرجو أن تنبع هناك عين وأن تبرأ عين ركبتك. He said I wish that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make an eye, like we call the well a spring, an eye. And the eye that you have, the ulcer that you have in your knee, it will inshallah close and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will heal it. And that's what we have, what happened. And I will end with this story that it's about someone, his name Ibn Jud'an. And that man, he had he narrates this story that a man who had a lot of camels and he was wealthy in terms of animals that he possessed, and one day he saw a very beautiful, strong, bulky she camel with her baby, and he admired it the most from his money. فتذكر قول الله عز وجل لن تنالوا البر حتى تنفقوا مما تحبون. He remembered this verse of Surah Al-Imran. لن تنالوا البر حتى تنفقوا مما تحبون. You will not by any means attain bir until you spend from that which you love. فقال والله إن أحب مالي إلي هذه الناقة إن أحب إنها مالي إلي هذه الناقة وولده. He said the most beloved of my money to me is this she camel and her baby, and I will give it as sadaqah to my poor neighbor. And the story goes, it's a long story, but he said that when summer came, he had to go to something called ad-duhul, which is a kind of tunnels that are built underground. So people, they go in these tunnels to search for water in the desert. Once they find the water, they would dig from this place, from the surface of the earth. And he had 3 kids who were waiting for him to die to take everything. So he went in this one of these duhul and he got lost. So he waited one day, second day, third day. When he didn't come out, he just returned home, and he started to distribute the inheritance. So once they were doing that, they remembered the she camel that their dad gave to their poor neighbor. So they took like a very skinny camel, and they went to the neighbor and said, take this camel and give us the she camel and her baby. He said, no, I'm not doing that. They said, if you don't do that, we'll take it by force. You will not take la naqa wa la jamal. فقال أشتكيكم لأبيكم. He said, I will complain to your dad. He said, complain as you want, he's dead. Then when this good friend, he knew about what happened, he tied a rope around his waist and he started to go inside, and he found him alive. And after he carried him secretly to his house and asked it what happened, what happened to you? I thought you should be dead, He said, I found water, but I couldn't survive. There was no food. And when hunger started to be so severe and dire, I started to drink from milk that I don't know where this milk was coming from. So his neighbor told him it was coming from your she camel, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was giving you a drink from it. SubhanAllah, they say this story as a kind of أن صانع المعروف لا يقع أبدا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not let someone who's doing the good deeds, who's doing ihsan to other people, get lost and go in vain. فنسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يجعلنا وإياكم من المحسنين يا رب العالمين، ولا يجعلنا وإياكم هداة مهديين، ولا يجعلنا ضالين ولا مضلين، وأن يقينا وإياكم مصارع السوء، وأن يفرج عنا وعنكم كل كرب يا رب العالمين. جزاكم الله خيرا.